Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and honored guests. I would like to officially welcome you to the 79th commencement at Edsel Ford High School. I am the proud principal of Edsel Ford, Rima Hassan, and it is my privilege and honor to introduce to you the Edsel Ford graduating class of 2022. Graduates, please rise. Everyone, please rise. I would like to call upon Rani Abdullah, who will lead us with the Pledge of Allegiance at the conclusion of the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you to our Edsel Ford band. Beautifully done. Good evening, parents, staff, students, honored guests, and soon-to-be graduates of Edsel Ford High School. Today is the day we all come together for one important moment. The moment one's name is called and recognized for their academic accomplishments for the last 4 years at Edsel Ford High School. It is truly a proud moment, a moment that simply summarizes the multiple essay submissions, the amount of times you tapped the snooze button on your phone, the interactions with your peers, the muted Zoom classrooms, the lunchroom chatter, the various snaps you received about Spirit Week or homecoming, and the first time you entered kindergarten. These are little moments in your life that led you to your high school graduation ceremony. There is no journey in one's life that doesn't have its ups and downs. As we celebrate your moment, remember how you got here and where this moment will lead you. Life is a continuous learning experience. Savor every moment. Be present and never waver from continuing to do what is right by you, your family, and your community. Your K-12 experience goes beyond just learning how to read, write, and figuring out math problems. We hope your experience with us has taught you the value of building community, being of service, and above all, building empathy for others. I want to take you back to your first experiences on the playground, on your first day of school. You were curious, you were trying to engage in new friendships, and you were eager to learn. Your next chapter starts today. Take those exact experiences and apply it to either college, trade school, or the workforce. Do not doubt yourself. Never question what you are able to accomplish, regardless of what obstacles you may face. Have faith in yourself and never, never let anyone tell you otherwise. Life is full of lessons. Take each lesson with grace and gratitude. Take each moment and know that what is to come will be better than what has already been. I leave you with this, and I hope that you will accept this last lesson from me. Luck can take anyone only so far. Good things don't come easy. Steadfast, never fail to pick yourself up when you fall. Stay positive, be kind and thankful, be reflective, and take action. Continue to work on the best version of yourself. I want to thank the soon-to-be graduating class of 2022 for contributing to Edsel's brand and legacy. Thank you for a great year. I have truly learned so much from all of you. Thank you for cultivating and embodying the true meaning of a Thunderbird. Thank you to our parents, who we all know worked tirelessly for this exact moment. Thank you for your partnership. I would also like to recognize the following Dearborn Board of Education members and district administrative staff who are joining us on the stage today. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Please welcome our Board of Education President, Roxanne McDonald. She wanted to be with us celebrating, but unfortunately she had a medical procedure and was not able to be here. Welcome Vice President Adel Mozip, Secretary Irene Watts, Treasurer Mary Petchikoff, Trustee Hussein Berry, and Trustee Jim Thorpe. Please help me welcome Dearborn District leaders in attendance tonight. Superintendent Dr. Glenn Maleko, Dr. Jill Chokol, Executive Director of Student Achievement, Edsel Feeder, Ms. Maysam Ali Bazi, Executive Director of Staff and Student Services, Mr. Adam Martin, Executive Director of Student Achievement, Forts and Feeder, Executive Director of Special Populations, Mr. Mike Isaili, Mr. Tom Wall, Executive Director of Business Services, Ms. Rose Abdelbaili, EL and Compensatory Education Director, Mr. Mark Andrews, Director of Operations, Mr. Bob Ati, Director of Media and Technology, Dr. Ross Grover, Curriculum Consultant, Ms. May Musallam, Bilingual Coordinator, Mr. Dave Mustin, Director of Communications, and Ms. Iman Ahmed, Principal of Salina Intermediate. Yes. I would also like to acknowledge Katie Hederick, President of PTSA, proud Edsel parent, Ms. Heidi Kervertez, Edsel Ford Booster Club President and proud parent, and Ms. Laura Kanslers, Edsel Ford Crescendo Club and proud parent. Thanks, you guys are giving me a break. I would also especially thank our administrative team at Edsel Ford, Assistant Principal Mr. Khalid Abdullah, Ms. Dana Addis, Math and Science Coordinator, Ms. Gretchen Bajork, Language Arts and Social Studies Coordinator, Mr. Kayed Omar, Assistant Principal, Mr. Aaron File, Assistant Principal, and Mr. Chuck Silver, Athletic Director. This event would not be possible without Ms. Khaloud Faraj, our office manager, and the rest of our office administrative team, and of course, the efforts of our custodial staff and engineers. A special thanks to our parent and community liaison, Ms. Zainab Ali. Thank you to our counseling staff, Ms. Nadine Ayman, Mr. Ibrahim Baidoun, Mr. Matt Betta, Ms. Hala Muhammad, Ms. Gail Welmers, and of course, our graduation interventionist specialist, Mr. Karim Naimi. Let me please also acknowledge all of the faculty and staff in attendance tonight. You may not see them here out in the front, but they're also working the stands and all that. So this has been truly a transitional year that has been filled with challenges, but we overcame. And this is the moment we celebrate all of the years of nurturing and educating our students. Thank you. Please stand and be recognized, staff. They're somewhere around. Yeah. I need to give a special shout out to Al, our head of security, for everything he has done for Edsel Ford community for the past 26 years. Thank you, Al. We will now have our great Edsel band play a selection from Up. I try to be quick. Thank you, Band Director, Ms. Sarah Brockheisen, and Edsel Ford Band. Great job. Yes, one more time. Every graduating class has top academic achievers. These students compile outstanding academic records that earn them the titles of valedictorian and salutatorian. This is no feat. It is dedication, ambition, having a growth mindset, and never settling for less. Their unsurpassed efforts allow them to achieve top academic positions. It is my distinct honor and privilege to announce this year's valedictorian and salutatorian. This year's valedictorian is Hilal Beydoun. Stand right here. Okay. Let's see if we're going to do that. Okay. Take it off. Thank you. Can I stand here? Wow. You can put your cap back on. Yes. Hilal is a determined individual, responsible and accountable and caring. He has taken on the demands of various rigorous courses, has devoted over 400 hours of community service, is part of the National Honor Society, and involved in numerous extracurricular activities. This young man has taken 6 AP classes during his high school career, 12 dual enrollment courses, and has earned an astounding 4.57 cumulative grade point average. He plans on attending the University of Michigan Dearborn, majoring in accounting. He later plans on receiving his MBA and becoming a CPA. Congratulations, Hilal. Okay, let's see if I can pronounce it right now, okay? This year's salutatorian for the class of 2022 is Ahmed Kayed. Same thing. Okay, thank you, sir. Your hair looks good. Okay. Ahmed is an exceptional young man who never shies away from helping others, being the best version of himself, and does all with a proud smile on his face. Ahmed served on the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. He is also the president of this school's Business Professionals of America. Ahmed has taken 11 AP courses and 6 dual enrollment classes. He has received AP Capstone and AP Scholar with distinction. Ahmed has earned an amazing 4.45 cumulative GPA. He plans on attending the University of Michigan Ann Arbor and majoring in either neuroscience or public health. Congratulations, Ahmed. In order to accomplish any goal, you need a vision. Without a vision, your goal will be lost. Dr. Maleko leads the district vision and ensures all of our students are aiming towards self-actualization, being supported, and successful in terms of academics and character. Please help me welcome the Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools, Dr. Glenn Maleko.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Hassan. Appreciate that. And it's really a great team we have here. I also got a comment that this is, in my 7 years as superintendent, this is the most comfortable weather at Edsel during the ceremony. Normally the sun is coming and we're roasting over here, so I'm glad it's not next week if you've seen the weather forecast. That's the risk we take. We love it on the football fields, but you just never know with the weather. It's great tradition. So I would like to thank Principal Hassan and all of the staff at Edsel Ford for their hard work and effort to make today's ceremony a successful celebration for the class of 2022. I'd also like to thank our Board of Education for their ongoing support of the teaching and learning that takes place in classrooms throughout our district. Again, we know several board members are here today, and we appreciate them taking the time to join us for the celebration as always. Student success comes from quality instruction delivered by a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Graduates, there are many things about school you may forget, or wish to forget. However, I guarantee that all of you will remember the names of your teachers. The lessons they have taught you in the classroom will help you to learn even more outside the classroom. It is our teachers' commitment to their student that makes our district a great place to learn. And while your teachers were working with you in the classroom, at home your parents and family were providing you with the support you need to be a successful student. The parents gathered here this evening have supported their children and made sure they had all the love, motivation, and guidance they needed to successfully complete their education here in Dearborn. Thank you, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and family members for all that you have done to help these young men and women. As you look around the field today, you may see many people with items that recognize this celebration. Some may have a sign, brought flowers for a graduate, or are holding festive balloons. Graduates, you are like balloons. No, I don't mean you're a bunch of airheads. What I mean is the balloon is filled with helium, making it naturally want to rise up. Move to that next level. You are filled with potential, knowledge, and have the natural tendency to want to rise up and reach that next level. But the balloon can only go so high. It is limited by the length of the string that holds it back. So the question is, what is your string? What are those things that hold you back, keep you from reaching your next level? Perhaps the more important question is, what are you going to do to cut that string to overcome the limitations that keep you from rising up and reaching that next level? The good news is that the last 13 years have taught you how to cut those strings, achieve your goals, and be successful. You have been given the skills you need to overcome the obstacles you will face after high school. Take advantage of the lessons you have learned, the knowledge you have gained, and apply them to the next challenges you may face. And know that when you cut one string, there will be another, yes. Life is filled with setbacks, problems, and difficulties, but it is also filled with success, solutions, and much joy. It doesn't matter if you are one of the students sitting here on the stage, sitting out there with your classmates, or even sitting in the audience, waiting for your turn to sit on this field. Each and every one of us has the ability to overcome the negative and create the positive that we all want and strive for. Don't let the strings in life hold you back and keep them from reaching your next level. Learn how to cut those strings and achieve those goals. You all have it in you to accomplish that task. My favorite author, Stephen Covey, said, "All of us can consciously decide to leave behind a life of mediocrity and to live a life of greatness at home, at work, and in the community. No matter what our circumstances may be, such a decision can be made by each and every one of us." Graduates, make that decision to lead a life of greatness. Take pride in all that you do. Never lose sight of your own capacity to reflect, change, and continually grow. Keep developing your skills and talents because your undiscovered abilities could lead you down a path that ends up making the biggest difference in your life or the lives of those around you. Always remember, you don't need to change the whole world. Just make a difference in the life of one person, and that may bring about a world of change. Congratulations to the graduate class of 2022. Be safe as you celebrate and enjoy the summer. And of course, go Thunderbirds!
Thank you, Dr. Maliko. Our next speaker is a strong supporter of Edsel Ford High School. Often you'll find him here on Saturdays on the field. Please help me welcome Trustee Hussein Berry.
Thank you, Ms. Hassan. Good evening, and thank you for joining our students today as they begin the next exciting phase of their lives. My name is Hussein Berry, and I serve you on the Dearborn Board of Education. On behalf of the board, it is my great honor to welcome you to the Edsel Ford High School 2022 Commencement Ceremony. Graduates, many people in the coming days and weeks will offer you advice as you take the next step in your life. It may be difficult to take in all of their inspiring thoughts. Commencement speeches are often filled with this kind of advice. It would be easy for me to stand here and offer you more advice, but instead, I would like to share with you how I feel tonight. I am feeling thankful. Yes, thankful. I am thankful to you, our graduates, for the resilience that you have demonstrated the past few years. I would like to share a quote from Dr. Steve Marabuli. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. Today we are here to celebrate you and wish you the best on your next endeavor. Every high school class leaves the comfort of their beloved high school with much uncertainty on what's next. What is next? I have run into some of you graduates on honors night, on a football field, or maybe out and about in the community. And the question I've always asked you is, what are your plans next fall? I heard your answers. To those that will be attending a major four-year university, I say congratulations, and I wish you the best life has to offer. To those graduates that proudly answered that I will be starting my secondary education at Henry Ford College, I also say congratulations and wish you the best life has to offer. To the graduates that are choosing to go to a trade school, the workforce, or will be enlisting to serve our country next fall, I say thank you and congratulations to you, and I wish you the best. My favorite answer came from a graduate that is with us today. Her answer was, Mr. Berry, we dealt with a lot the past few years. Even though I have received many offers to attend some of the best universities, I plan to stop and breathe for a minute. I plan to take a year off and come back strong so I can do my best work at the university that I choose to attend. To you, I say congratulations, and I have no doubt that you will hit a grand slam when you are ready. I wish all of our graduates the best life has to offer them, and today I congratulate you, the Thunderbirds class of 2022, on a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Barry. Please help me welcome our student-at-large speaker, who was selected by a team of school officials to represent the student body at large through a speech submission format. Please welcome our speaker, Ayman Salha. Let's give it up to him for him one more time. Yes. There you go. It's right here.
Good evening. My name is Ayman Salha, and welcome to the class of 2022's graduation ceremony. Firstly, I want to thank our frontline workers who have risked their lives for us to be here today. And of course, I would also like to hold a moment of silence for all the loved ones who lost their lives during the pandemic and are unable to be with us today on this beautiful chapter in our lives. Thank you. The year was 2018. Mighty Wildcats, Hornets, Vikings, and Falcons walked through those gymnasium doors eager to be young Thunderbirds. Parents proudly watched as their freshmen began a new journey, a journey that began in the classrooms, continued within our homes, and is being celebrated on this very turf tonight. However, little did we both know the trials and tribulations that would lie ahead. Nonetheless, those same trials are the factors that set us apart from every other graduating class. For isolation had taught us sympathy through loss, patience through angst, and humanity through tragedy. This all we combined to create an ultimate senior year and become mighty, keen Thunderbirds. As I stand in front of you today, fortunate enough to celebrate our unprecedented success, I want to commend all that we have endured. Not to revisit the pain and the struggle of isolation, but to show you that today is a testament to the fact that we did endure and we thrived. Because today is a love letter to resilience that sets precedent for future generations. And when those future generations ask, which class beat the odds of the pandemic? The history book shall say, the class of 2022. If you take one thing away from what I say tonight, I hope it is the cliche understanding that it truly does take a village. However, the class of 2022's village was not only filled with supporting parents, dedicated counselors, committed teachers, and inspiring coaches. Our village was filled with janitors who sanitized our classrooms for COVID, administrators who restructured our learning system from the ground up, IT workers who reprogrammed Schoology day after day, and most importantly, teachers like Mr. Tyler and Mr. Rizek, for as old as they are, still figured out online learning. Tonight, I dedicate this speech to my late father, who dreamed of seeing his only son graduate. But unfortunately, God took him away from us only 24 hours after his trip from pilgrimage, Hajj. So I want to leave you all with words of wisdom the late Hajj shared with me only hours before his passing, and this is no exaggeration. He said, Bayyi, Dad, علمك قوتك بهالحياة. Your knowledge is your greatest strength in this world, he told me. And as an immigrant high school dropout who hustled to provide for his family, he told me anyone can take my businesses away. Anyone can take my businesses away. But your knowledge is an untouchable power. Parents and faculty, I thank you all for your continuous support throughout these years. And to the class of 2022, likely the last to ever remember the iconic trilogy, we're all in this together. Thank you.
I think I should just stop here. Wow, how do you go after that? My goodness, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. That was a powerful speech. Okay, let me collect myself. All right. I would like to take a moment and recognize the class of 2022 student leaders who contributed to the brand and legacy of Edsel Ford High School during the past 4 years. Audience, please hold your applause until I have recognized all of the students. Students, once you hear your name, please rise and remain standing until all names are called. Student Coordinating Council, President Tu Doan. Vice President, Rani Abdullah. Treasurer, Serena Isa. The class of 2022 officers, Lydia Morano, President. Joey Morano, Vice President. Dahlia Hazime, Secretary, Reagan Ford, Representative, and Megan Buck, Representative. I would also like to recognize our junior class officers who are here in attendance and who are ushering. Thank you so much. Jillian Norrie, President, and Ariel Corley, Vice President. Thank you. Edsel Ford has a long Edsel Ford has a long-standing tradition of passing of the gavel. This is the symbol of student leadership. I would like to call upon Lydia Moreno, our outgoing senior class president, to come forward for the presentation of the senior tradition. Receiving the gavel is the class of 2023 President Jillian Norrie.